Hello and welcome to our Delta analysis video. It's been a while. I explained everything in the update video I made before this. The video before this, I explained everything in the update video. If you haven't seen that, if you care, watch that, I guess. But yeah, I'm back and I am doing fine again. Um, Also, quick update. I since tonight European time, uh, I have launched the update for my client, which is now live. You can use it whenever, however you want. Um, should be fine, I think. There are some bugs still because I wanted to get it out more than I wanted to fix the bugs soon. Because I can still do that later, and I can't and like I didn't want to postpone it more than I had to. But everything works fine. There are like a little bug, there are like 5 really annoying abilities, and I didn't really care about them enough to really fix them before I. But they all work somewhat okay. Um, but yeah, that's not the point. Delta Tangrowth. Ooh, I hit my laptop. It's ground and fighting type, which is a unique type. I think it's weak to 6 types: flying, psychic, fairy, ice, water, and grass. Which is defensively not great. To be fair, grass is like a lot worse. Grass is a really bad defensive typing. But yeah, where the hell is this music coming from? I'm technically still in a battle. Oops. Um, yeah, okay. I'm back. Its stats are pretty good defensively, except for that, like regular Tangrowth, 100 HP, 100 attack, which is fine. With pretty big HP actually. 125 physical defense makes very bulky physically. 110 special attack, it can run either offense really. 50 speed def is kinda bad, and 50 speed is kinda slow. So especially this thing does have to watch out a little. But on the physical side, this thing should be able to tank most hits. Luckily, looking at its abilities, it has quite nice abilities to be honest. Dry skin means it is immune to water, and in rain it heals. But in sun it takes damage. But sun is a lot worse than rain, so generally not really an issue. Sand Force means that in sand it's ground, rock, and steel type moves. I think those 3 typings are boosted by, I don't know, 1.3 or 1.5. Either one, I'm not entirely sure, but it's not the best ability for this thing in my opinion. I definitely think Dry Skin and Rough Skin are better abilities. Rough Skin means you take, I think, a 112 to 116 damage every time you attack this with a contact move, which in my opinion synergizes pretty well with its really big physical defense. So you can make this a very annoying physical defensive wall that just chips away at your opponent. And that's definitely, I think, the main use for this thing. Besides, Dry Skin is also really good. Like, it can be used as a water type check. With Dry Skin ability, you do have to watch out that most do get like Ice Beam or Ice Punch or whatever ice move. They do often get one, so you do have to watch out. And with Dry Skin, you're also weak to fire, which is suboptimal to say the least. But you can hit fire types quite hard, and fire types are worse than water types overall. Looking at some relevant moves, it doesn't get that many. It's bulk for setup, knockoff to remove items, stealth rock to set up stealth rocks, which is a good move, and synthesis for recovery. Synthesis is pretty huge because I wouldn't have expected this thing. Because synthesis is like it's literally a dried up tumbleweed, um, but it gets synthesis, which is like huge since it doesn't have regenerator like regular Tangrowth does. So synthesis is pretty nice to have. The first set, which is one of its 2 main sets, in my opinion. Well, I think most sets are gonna be physically defensive, but my other one isn't physically defensive at all, as you'll see. But like, I wouldn't like I'm not gonna do physical defensive sets. This is just a more fun physical defensive set that takes advantage of Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin as like chip damage from doing contact moves. So something like a skill link, tail slap or whatever from I don't know. That's the only contact one I could think of. Like it does like I think it might kill like from full like just from like contact damage you might just drop. I'm not quite sure. I haven't done a calc on that or like the math. But yeah, synthesis for recovery is quite important. Stealth rocks for hazards. Earth power is the best special move it gets, and it's most relevant in my opinion. I do think its physical move pool is slightly better than its special move pool. Like especially from like a utility standpoint, I think it's a little bit better. But the other set is already physical, so I use this to show off its special move pool. Focus Blast for fighting step, it doesn't really get anything else. But it might change because I am giving moves to Pokemon. Maybe I'm not sure on that. Depends on if I have enough time to do that. Because I have to make a tier list without it, and I have to for like speed tours and whatever. And I have to make a tier list with it, or I have to finish that really quickly and then make a tier list for it. Because the next season starts in like a month. So that sounds like a very long time, and it probably is. But I want to get shit done with, to be honest. But yeah, Fire Blast is good coverage for like the grass types are annoying. Like everything that resists ground really, except flying, doesn't really resist it, but you get the point. Flamethrower for a more accurate version. Toxic, I really like Toxic plus ground coverage, because like what, besides like Skarmory, Celesteela, Corviknight, Crobat, what deals with Toxic plus Earth Power well? Okay, Gliscor doesn't count either. But like, besides that, it's literally nothing. Like this, Toxic plus ground, Poison plus ground is really good coverage, and it hurts so many things. It's great. Grass Knot is for opposing ground types, rock types, water types. It kind of deals with them. It sadly doesn't get like Giga Drain or Energy Ball, but Grass Knot generally in standard does enough damage to most things. And Ancient Power, I put it on there because ground plus rock coverage is pretty good, like Edge Quake, but in this case special and more like a really weak Edge. But yeah, and like a slightly weaker Earthquake too. But yeah, it does get it. It could be useful to hit flying types, which you could struggle to hit otherwise. So yeah, that is just special coverage it gets. The main idea is Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin with like Fist Death utility. Like I could see like knockoff on this set too, even if it's like Earth Power knockoff or whatever. The next set is the Bulk Up set, which is not as usable as the whatever the Fist Death set. But I just wanted to make a set for each of its usable ability. Like Sand Force isn't unusable. It's just a lot worse than the other two. Like this thing is not fast enough to realistically use it that well. Bulk Up does boost its Fist Depth, and its depth is like the main issue of this thing's existence. So you do struggle with special moves still, but Bulk Up is like it's a good setup move, so I'm gonna base set around it obviously. But you have like pretty good freedom of what you want to run besides it. You can like Drain Punch, Earthquake with stab options. It gets stronger fighting type moves. I just think like it doesn't get close combat. It gets Superpower, gets Hammer Arm, gets Cross Chop. Hammer Arm lowers your speed. It's probably the best option of the three, because you don't actually care about being fast. Superpower lowers your attack and defense, which is literally like minus Bulk Up. And Cross Chop misses half the time. So Hammer Arm is probably the best option if you want a stronger move than Drain Punch. But Drain Punch is nice for the recovery, especially if you don't run Synthesis. Earthquake is just a really good move. Synthesis for recovery, as I said. Rock Slide helps with the flying types, bug types. It's good combination with Earthquake. Fire Punch helps with the grass types, bug types, steel types, whatever. Steel types aren't really an issue, but grass types and bug types are kind of. Knockoff for moving items, and it hits psychic types, ghost types, pretty nice. Seed Bomb for opposing ground types, opposing rock types, water types. It helps. And Power Whip is a more stronger, less accurate. Seed Bomb does the same thing, but it's just a stronger move, so it's there. So yeah, that's pretty much what Belted Tangrowth does. It's a physically defensive wall. It's a pain in the neck, to be honest. And if you don't have a good special attacker that can deal with this, then it can be. If you don't have good special attackers, this thing can really be so annoying. So yeah, it's a bit weak to like things like toxic, taunt. Like it doesn't do that much. If it's taunt, it doesn't have that much longevity. If it's toxic, so those are the biggest issues with this Pokemon. Sorry for the cut, but yeah, that's basically it. Delta Tangrowth, Fist Staff Wall. It does it well, to be honest. It's a pretty good mon. I'd recommend drafting this if you need like a Fist Staff ground type like Rock or Knockoff. No, it's a decent utility mon. But yeah, that's it. Next up is either Ditto if I feel like making a joke video, or something else. I'm not sure what's after Ditto. What the hell is after Ditto? Oh, Delta Kabutops. Delta Kabutops is fun. But yeah, see y'all then. Goodbye.